Okay, so this is the start of hopefully a new series of me playing on the JabCraft server. This is a server in my home country of the Philippines. Let's see how everything goes. It's just gonna be me playing survival and doing some more map parts, hopefully, and gathering resources, making big builds. We'll see how it goes. Right now we're at spawn, and I guess we just start going. Yeah, we're very close to 0-0, so we're gonna go quite far away. But before that, are we allowed to break blocks here? We are. Okay, let's grab ourselves a birch sapling. Since we are in a birch forest, it seems. We make sure that we're gonna replant every tree that we chop. So let's make sure that we have the saplings for that. Oh, there's our first sapling. Come on, get it, get it, get it. Great, great, great. It's a good start, it's a good start. I do hope to get an extra sapling that I can bring along with me on the journey. Nope, that's it. Those are sticks. Okay. Since we are replanting, we're gonna lose a sapling here. And we're gonna hope for another sapling from another tree as we keep going on our journey. Okay, second tree. Let's hope for another sapling this time. Or at least two saplings rather. Okay, we're just punching wood, punching wood. This first episode is probably gonna be around 20 minutes to an hour. Probably not gonna be including everything from that first hour footage, but we'll see. Oh, there's a sapling there. Yeah, let's punch these leaves so that the decay can go faster. Hoping for another sapling. Hoping for an extra sapling so that we can keep replanting these birch trees. Come on, punch the leaf. Punch the leaf. Punch the leaf. Punch the leaf. Nope. Only one sapling still. Oh no, there's a second sapling over there. Okay, great. We can now be sustainable. Hooray! Okay. Our first order of business is gonna be finding ourselves an initial place to stay. I've decided not to go through the nether portal at spawn, just so we can have that true Minecraft experience of just walking around, finding a good place to stay. Also gonna get this oak, hoping for an oak sapling or an extra oak sapling, so that we can start our two basic trees, oak and birch. Also, lots of wood is great early game, since that would be our most basic building material. Okay, two oak saplings, that's great, that's great. Oak is great as well because you have the potential for apples and you have the potential for big trees. Big trees are great for wood, but that's only for early game, I think, because I don't really like chopping big trees. I get the last one? Okay. And replant. Okay, let's go. If we find an ocean or something like that, we could start journeying a bit farther than we would on foot. Looks like there's a village over here. I wonder if this has already been raided. It must have been, right? Because this is so near spawn. Yep. But the villagers have been blocked off, it seems. No one here. Nothing there. Okay. So I bet there's not gonna be much for me in this village so close to spawn. Let's check anyway. Hi. Dandelion over there. There's one villager there that's out of the house. Yep. Okay, let's just keep wandering. That's a nice mountain. I have yet to find any structures made by other players here, so I don't know whether to be concerned or what. Oh wait, there's a river here. Okay, that's great. It might lead to an ocean or some sort. Let's grab the sugarcane. That said, I should also gather some leaves. Or some seeds rather, from the stall grass. It's also one of those early game things that you really need to do. 3 seeds should be enough for our first wheat. Okay, now let's make ourselves a crafting table. Let's make ourselves a boat. And while we're here, let's make ourselves a pickaxe. So that we could later on get some stone, get ourselves more situated. Okay, the journey continues. Hoping to find an interesting place to be in, like a place that I can start building in. Hopefully a plains biome would be great. Maybe a desert. Looks like there's more mountains here. Is that the end? That it seems to be the end. Okay. Let's park over here. Sure. Let's make ourselves an axe so we can kill this. How far am I currently from spawn? A couple of 100 blocks away. That's not much. Black sheep. Oh, cow. Let's kill the cow. Where'd the cow go? Cow. Cow. Okay. So now it's turning night, which means we have to prepare our shelter for the evening. It will be safe for us to expect lots of mobs here at night because it's dark everywhere. But let's see, this is our first night on the server and we are in a wooden hole of our own making. Okay, what can we do while we're waiting here? I suppose what we can do is to keep turning all of our logs into planks. Make ourselves a sword, perhaps. While we're waiting here. I mean, I could journey at night. But I think it will be better for me to just stop recording here and get back to you when we have something interesting or when it gets morning. It's barely visible, but we have here our first zombie. Let's see what we can get. Well, we got an achievement. Let's see what we got in terms of items. It's just rotten flesh. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so update here. Sky is getting brighter, which probably means it's about to be day soon, which is great. However, we also have some rainfall. I don't see any mobs, so it should be safe to bring down my shelter. Next priority would be getting some stone tools so that we can bring this down faster during the days. La 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 la. Bringing down my wooden shack. Oh wait, one thing about having it rain now is that the undead monsters wouldn't burn up. Like the zombies and the skeletons, they'd be just fine in the rain. So that's something. Okay, let's keep going. We're now currently heading south. Let's not kill the black sheep, let's only kill the white sheep. Oop. There you go. And we now have our first 3 pieces of wool. Hi there, brown sheep. Now have our first 3 pieces of wool, which means we can make ourselves a bed. Which hopefully means, since we are alone on the server, that hopefully means we can start skipping the night. Which is great. In the meantime, let's wait until we can get at least a few thousand blocks before we settle on a place to stay. Like maybe 1,000, 1,500, something like that. I have no idea how far the bases are here. So, let's get ourselves a flower. There. I like cornflowers because they're blue. Soon I'll really have to focus on getting myself furnace, getting myself situated in terms of food. Speaking of crafting, I better make myself that bed before I forget. So our planks here, our wool, and get ourselves a bed. And then get in our boat, keep going south. Seems like a plan. I wonder if we're gonna see an ocean monument this close to spawn. Ocean monument might be a good place to stay. If I could, you know, make sure that it's fine, make sure that it's safe. It's also a good way to get some resources in terms of fish, prismarine blocks. So that would be great. Still no desert, still no plains biome, so I'm really hoping for just some flat land. How far are we? We're now 1,000 blocks from spawn. 1,500. We're gonna keep going until we find a good place to stay. Ooh, found ourselves 4 high sugar cane. That's rare, so I'm not gonna touch that. I am gonna pick up this 3 high sugar cane. I am of course gonna leave 1 there so we can keep going while we're away. And we're gonna keep going. Seems like we've found ourselves a cold biome. What, what are these called? Cold ocean? Frozen ocean. Okay. Part of frozen ocean is that you have polar bears, and polar bears can be quite aggressive if they have cubs. They're great for bees though, fat types. So you know what? I'm gonna make sure to have a screenshot of the coordinates so that I can come back here and make an ice farm. I'm not a fan of breaking the scenery, breaking the landscape if I can help it. So I would like to keep all of those spikes if I could. The one exception maybe is terracotta in the Badlands biomes. That might be the one exception because they are hard to renew. Oh, hi there, turtles. Let's also get a screenshot of your coordinates. Those might be useful at some point. Keep gathering the sugarcane. And we keep going. So this is now our second night on the server, and looks like it's time once again to establish our shelter. I know. So, similar to what we were doing yesterday, we're gonna stay here in our shelter until the day comes. Or, I have a bed with me. I could just sleep the night. Why didn't I think of that? Okay, and we can then safely take care of this creeper now. Creeper, come here. Let's not harm the turtles. Come here. Come here. There we go. Hi, friend. Okay. So that was our second night on the server. We're gonna take this down once again. And we're gonna keep going for a few hundred more blocks, maybe 1,000 more blocks until I find a good place to stay. Before we leave this island, we seem to have found another 4 high sugarcane. Maybe they're not so rare after all. And now we keep going. This seems kind of promising. What's that? What is that formation over there? Is that a base? Is that man-made? Let's see. That might just be... No, that's natural. And we have found yet another 4 high sugarcane. Okay, maybe I was wrong about them being rare. You know what? While we're here, let's grab ourselves some kelp. This kelp is always useful for making water sources. How are we for inventory? We're fine. Just going along the water, trying to find a place to call home. Just going around the water, trying to find a place to call home. And that's an ocean monument right there. Maybe it would be a good idea to avoid it. Ooh, let's not get hurt by the ocean monument. Okay. Now we found an ocean monument. It's almost 3,000 blocks away from spawn. If I could find a place to stay that's relatively near here, that would be great. Well, oceans are also pretty good for making map art, because they're flat. I would have really preferred the plains or a desert. Let's see. Okay, so I found myself near this flower forest, relatively close to the ocean monument. And we also find here a lagoon, or maybe a lake of some sort. I'm not quite sure whether it's connected to the ocean or not. I'm gonna have to check. But this seems like a good place for me to start a starter base. Maybe right in the middle of that. So we're gonna pick up our boat. Then we're gonna start building up from there. It'll also be a good time for me to start cooking up my food because I'm starting to run out of hunger points. Okay, let's be careful in coming down this path. Oh, just as I say that, take some damage. Brilliant. Okay. I wonder what kind of theme we should go on for the starter house. I'm thinking just a basic cabin in the lake, especially since the sun's going down again. Also gonna be giving ourselves a way to start our first mining operation. Saplings. Okay. I guess that should be our first priority, I get. We're gonna go down somewhere near here, and then we're gonna get enough resources for us to make a little starter house over there. This should be as good a place as any. Our first cobblestone. Okay, and from here, where I can barely see, we're gonna start making ourselves a basic house, or just a basic shelter. Let's use our crafting table to block ourselves in, just so we don't get any baddies coming in. Oh, looks like someone joined the game. Let's say hi. But now, since I blocked myself in, I can not see anything. I guess I'm just gonna start spamming right click until I find my furnace. Oh god. I guess what I can do okay. So I know I'm pointing the right direction now. Okay. And then let's block ourselves off again. Okay. It's nice to be playing multiplayer after years and years of only playing single player. Oh, thank you. I was worrying about sleeping through the night. I really should remember that I have a bed with me. I have a bed. I should use it. Okay. Let's continue making this basic shelter. Just so I have some place to get into while we're still making our starter house. Let's just mine ourselves like a 3x3 hole. Start ourselves with, or maybe a 5x5 hole. Just so we have something basic to start with. In my experience, like having even just a 5x5 shelter is amazing early game. It lets you store stuff, it lets you start your beginner farms, gives you not enough space really to have a lot of stuff, but enough space that it doesn't feel super cramped. While we're here, let's start with our first few pieces of charcoal so we can start making some torches. You know what? Let's leave this. Great. Some stone axe as well. Ah, much faster. Okay, let us start cooking up some food. What else can we do while we're here? We can make ourselves a couple of chests. So we can start storing our items. I tend to have two chests or two kinds of chests. One bottom, one top. Top chest is usually for the more important stuff, and bottom chest is usually for less important stuff. So things like that. Things that I won't need just yet. Speaking of which, I should make sure that my bed is situated somewhere near here. And finally, we are once again full on hunger. Great. Another thing we should do as soon as possible is make ourselves a fence gate. Now, using a fence gate instead of a door is a habit from the times when zombies used to break down doors. So I got used to using a fence gate instead of a door because of that. Okay. We are now mostly situated. I should just go ask our fellow here whether we're far enough away from spawn. No. I want. I truly wonder how far is the typical distances for bases here. While we're gathering some more blocks. We have, yes we do have our birch saplings with us. We're gonna need to find ourselves a cold biome or a taiga biome so we can find ourselves some spruce saplings as well. I would also want to start growing some spruce. Where are torches? Okay, torches here. I usually have a very specific order to my tools when I have them in my hotbar. So I usually have torches on number 5, axe on number 1, pickaxe number 2, things like that. I'm sure most players have their own way of ordering their items on the hotbar. Let's keep ourselves a bit more safe. We have some more logs? Yes, we do. So we can get ourselves some more charcoal. Okay. We should now be good for food for the meantime. That said, we should start planting some wheat. So let's get ourselves a hoe. Let's use these. Let's craft ourselves a hoe. Craft ourselves a shovel. I think we could safely store that for now. These for now as well. Some more extra stone. Seeds, come here. Where should we start our first farm? Oh, amazing. We haven't found any pumpkin seeds yet or things like that. Oh, hi there. Hi there, spooters. Oh. No drops from that one. Where is the other one? Other spooter, come here. Come here. Ha! 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 First 2 string. Which should now be enough to get ourselves a fishing rod, which means even more food for us. Yeah. That's amazing. Okay. Yes, hydrate please. Hydrate please. Have lots of water. Hydrate please. Okay. So these first few days will just be me fishing in the day, mining at night. Fishing in the day, mining at night. And possibly farming some more. I'll be fishing, mining for the first few days while I decide on what my starter house will look like. And I'll see you in a bit. So it is about turning night, so we should be ending our fishing session soon. Our first fishing session, really. Let's see what we can find before we end. There's another fish, okay. I decided to move my fishing location because with deeper water, there's a better chance of better fishing loot, really. Oops. We should move this way. Take half a heart of damage, that's fine. And we should start moving back to our place. And then we'll check out what we found during our first fishing session. Ha! This is why we have a door. Even though it's currently a fence game. Usually baby zombies are quite deadly this early on. But having even just a basic door is really quite helpful. Okay. We have 16 raw cod, 3 raw salmon, a bone which would be good for bone mealing some crops, 2 lily pads, and most excitingly, we have enchanted book with loyalty 3, efficiency 4, protection 3. So we could use this either for armor or for a tool, maybe even a trident if we could get one. But let's keep that in our important tools, in our important stuff chest. I did not realize that they had already left the game. So my shot earlier was not heard by anyone. Oh well. So now it should be daytime. The rain should also be gone. We see there a zombie burning up, which is great. Let's now start bone meaning some of our crops. Okay, so that should speed them up. I'm not really rushing to have wheat, fully grown wheat right now, since I already have some salmon and some fish. So that's okay even if none of them are fully grown at the moment. It's daytime once again, so another fishing session perhaps? But instead, let's just go mining. Let's make ourselves another pickaxe. Let's go mining. Since I did say that we were gonna go mining earlier. Let's also get ourselves some more sticks so we can get some more torches. And let's go down. I wonder if mining is as boring as it is also as boring as for the viewer as it is for the person mining, especially this early on, where everything is so slow. I like placing my torches around 3 blocks away from each other, or 3 steps away from each other, just so I could have a nice and bright walkway. However, it looks like we have either an underground lake or... Is this a lake? Let me see. Looks like it. Oh, hello. Ravine, perhaps? Oh. Oh. I better plug that up. Because that's gonna stop me from getting even lower. There, I think. have even more water down here. Hmm. Okay, I'll return when I find something interesting. So we found some copper ore next to some granite, which might be a copper vein. We'll find out. Or it might just be like a random pocket of copper ore. Let's mine for a bit here. Let's see. Not really finding anything. We'll investigate that another time. Meanwhile, let's keep mining. And this is the last of our torches, which means the end of our session for now. We just got ourselves a lot of cobblestone and the copper ore from earlier. I mean, it's enough to start with, but iron would have been great. We're gonna have to check what layers iron turns out in. Oh. We might be in a copper vein after all, maybe? And it's nighttime as well. Store our extra stuff in the chest. Store our extra stuff in the chest. Make some new tools so we can keep going the next day. The next day. Pick up the rest of our stuff. First wheat. Hooray! Okay. Now it's daytime again. Let's bring out our boat. See, first of all, if we can get out of this lake. This is actually a lake. If not, what we can do is make a path, perhaps through this tunnel. Oh, is that a shipwreck? It is a shipwreck, okay. Perhaps through the shipwreck and out into the ocean. That would be nice. Let's explore this then. What does you have, shipwreck? Lots of coal, some paper, some carrots, which is nice, some potatoes, which is also nice, some rotten flesh. You know what? Let's also break the chest. That's surprisingly useful. Let's get out of here. And I wonder if there is a second chest somewhere here. Looks like there might not be, from what I can tell. This might be the only chest inside this boat. Yeah, this looks like a one chest boat. That's sad. Okay. that said, this might still be our way out. Back in the boat, back in front of a shipwreck, I wonder if there's a way we can make a path downwards and then upwards again. That that'd be kind of cool. But for now, it seems our way to the ocean is blocked by that shipwreck. Okay, that's good to know. Also have some lilacs here. Yeah, it's a lilac. Okay. Being in a flower forest means that we have no shortage of dyes, which is great. Which means I, when we have, for example, a sheep farm, something like that, we will have no shortage of colors to choose from. Some of the colors are going to be much harder to get by though, like the blues and the greens, which is why I got that cornflower earlier. Let's plant the potatoes and carrots as well. This tree's blocking my way. I should maybe plant that somewhere else. Okay. Now that we have this, maybe we should start out making the basic layout of the house. I'm thinking we should have it here in the deepest part or perhaps right in the middle. So let's figure out where that middle is. Then let's replant this guy, maybe here. Maybe around here would be great. So we can have a walkway on this sandy path here. Does that seem like the middle? That seems like the middle to me. So we're perhaps gonna have like a 13 by 13 as our basic shape here. So that would be our basic shape for our basic house. And then we're gonna start with that. Also gonna need a little bit of dirt to fill out the rest of the yard. But this, all in all, seems like a good start. We might need to make it a bit larger, perhaps. Like a couple of wings to the side, like short wings. Okay, let's pick up the rest of our cobblestone first. For now, this early on, it seems like a good idea to show off the thought process behind everything, since there's so little to work with this early on. So perhaps let's finish the square. Let's make a couple of wings. Let's make it a simple rectangular house. Maybe have some sort of things jutting out the front. Maybe a couple of windows, perhaps. Let's make it a simple house for now. So let's finish that. Here, maybe. There. That seems like a good start. And for our next episode, we're gonna start building this house. But for now, time to gather resources. I'll see you there.